أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to the continuation of level 2. As just a brief overview for some of us, I think we have a couple of new people that have joined, or at least one person. What we do in these review sessions is we just kind of go through the text analysis for our for the lesson that we have for the upcoming week. So we are starting lesson 1 for level 2B on Sunday, and so we will be going through the text analysis for lesson 1 today. We'll also go over it in class, but oftentimes just due to time limits, we're unable to go through the entire text. And so that's why we have these review sessions, so that students can kind of spend some more time parsing the Arabic grammar in the text. I am just going to give a heads up right now. I believe in the next week or two, we will have to move the review sessions to Thursdays at the same time. So we can move them to Thursdays from 8:30 to 9:30. The reason is just because I have a schedule change that I have to deal with, and so I can't have it on Tuesday evenings. So I'm hoping that Thursday evenings will still work. I think that was from the poll that I sent out last time. It was a second most common time that we had students. Yeah. So I'm not going to take any questions for 2A right now. I can do that in class or in private via email or via WhatsApp. I usually use the text analysis section just to kind of get into the text. So if you'd like to talk to me about that, you can just send me a message on WhatsApp, or you can email me. I'll put my email in the chat. This is not a normal class. It's just a review session. We just come in and we get into the text analysis, and that's about it. Okay, so anything related to the normal class, I can address in the normal class or on WhatsApp or over email. So let's go ahead and just jump in. As you guys know, the style here is that we have everyone kind of taking a sentence, parsing it, and breaking things down. There will be some things here that will look different. They're going to look a little new. And don't worry about that. You're not expected to know all of it. We want to start working through most of it together, inshallah. So let's see, we'll go ahead and start from the top. Why don't we start with Ayesha Morgan, if that's okay? We can get started.
أنا يوسف ولدان صغيرا. كان يوسف ولدان صغيرا. So Yusuf was a small boy, and it starts with kana. So the it's a nominal sentence. No, it's a verbal sentence.
Okay, it's a jumla with kana, right? Which is like kind of, it's a modified nominal sentence.
Modified nominal. Perfect. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
But because we still have a ism kana, which is Yusufu, which is in Rafa, and then we have a Habr kana, which is in Nasib case.
Okay, good, awesome. And so which is what? So Yusufu is our?
Waladan is that Yusuf is our ism, our ism kana.
Good.
And Waladan is our Habr kana, and Sagiran is the sifa to describe Waladan.
Awesome, excellent. Awesome. And why does
indefinite? Because it's not saying the small boy, it's a small boy.
Right.
And it's tanween because it's indefinite.
Good, awesome. And then why does Yusufu only have one dhamma? What do you think?
Oh, why isn't it dhammatain?
Yeah.
Because it's a proper name. It's
right now,
person.
Right, but remember, not all proper names. Only certain proper names don't take tanween. Like Muhammad is Muhammadun. Khalid is Khalidun with a tanween, and that's normally the case. But why would Yusuf not take tanween here? What category of words would it fall under?
Does it fall under the foreign name category?
Yeah, it is a foreign name, yeah.
It doesn't, we wouldn't call it looking like a verb, would we?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just going to be a foreign name. Yeah, I think it comes from Hebrew, I believe. All right, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and take, let's see, Roxana, I heard that you weren't sure where we're at. Would you like to take the next sentence?
I don't mind taking the next sentence,
Okay.
but yeah.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
وَكَانَ لَهُ أَحَدَ عَشَرَ أَخًا. And he used to be, no, وَكَانَ لَهُ. Him.
Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Lahu, for him, is that what it is? La.
Yeah, good. What kind of construct is lahu?
It's the I don't know.
Okay, we have a lam plus lahu attached to it. What kind of construct would that be? Does anyone want to help Roxana?
Are we going to call it a jar majrur?
Yeah. Yep, it's a jar majrur construct.
Oh,
The
really?
lam is a
How
harf
did that
jar.
happen? Okay.
Well, lam is always a harf jar, except for in some cases, right? But if it has an attached pronoun, that attached pronoun is it's a majrur. It means for him, right? For is a preposition.
Okay.
Yeah. This has always been the case. Yeah. There's different
Okay.
lams, which is why it can be confusing because the lam has other roles. It's a particle that can do different things, but when it's with a pronoun, it's going to be a jar majrur.
Yeah. Ahada. It looks like a form, no.
Okay, so ahada ashara is actually a number. It means 11. It's a number 11. And ahada ashara is a little tricky because it's mabni. Okay, it always has a fatha. It's actually what they call mabni al-fath. So technically, ahada ashara is actually our ism kana. It's in the rafa case. We just don't see the sign because it's fixed on the fatha. So even though it has a fatha, it's in the rafa case as the ism kana. Okay. So this is kind of tricky. This is not something we've learned yet, but just because we're seeing this, I'm just mentioning it, okay? So you're not expected to know this. The ahada and the ashara, both of them are fixed.
Yes, ashara is the 10 and ahada is 1, so that makes it 11.
Exactly. And so akhan is also something we haven't learned yet. We're going to learn this in level 3A. It's what we call tamyiz. It's distinguishing the number, as in it's providing clarity to what the number is in reference to. And so what that means, what that means is ahada ashara. If we didn't have akhan after it, we wouldn't know what the ahada ashara was in reference to. We would just say, well, what do we mean by ahada ashara? Ahada ashara, what? What is 11? And so the akhan is distinguishing the number so that we know it's 11 brothers and not, for example, 11 cups or 11 pounds or something like that. And so it's one of the things that we're going to learn that's in the nasib case. And it's because it's tamyiz. Exactly, right, exactly. Yeah. And so lahu then is going to be our inverted khabar kana. It's going to be a fronted khabar, right? Because a prepositional phrase can come early, right?
Okay.
And so this is a little tricky because we haven't learned about different types of nawasib, different things that cause a nasib case. We're going to see how this thing called tamyiz is one of those many things. And we won't go into much detail with that right now. We'll talk more about it next week, inshallah. But you had a tough one, so why don't you go ahead and take the next one? The next one's easy, I promise.
Wakana Yusufu Ghulaman Jamila. And Yusuf used to have a beautiful.
He didn't have. Kana means to be. It doesn't mean to have.
Oh, he was.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. So again, it's a wa ataf is the ataf.
Good. Awesome.
And
Yeah.
kana is the
it's just a verb. It's a modifying
harf.
verb, right?
Yeah.
It's not a harf, it's a fi'l. It's actually a
Okay,
fi'l
okay,
naqis,
okay.
right?
And Yusufu again, it's with a dhamma because it's a foreign name and it's
Okay.
yeah.
What is it
And
grammatically? Why does it have a dhamma?
because of the kana,
Yeah, good. What would it be grammatically in relation to kana?
he's the ism kana.
Yeah, awesome. Ism kana. Great.
Ghulaman Jamila is young boy, so he's
Good.
the fatah. It's because it becomes mansub Ghulaman.
Right. What is it grammatically?
Must be the khabar and then the sifa.
Okay,
Khabar
good. It's a yeah, awesome. It's a khabar
kana.
kana, and then
And
jamilan.
Jamila is
Yeah.
the sifa. Sifat.
Awesome.
Sifa.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
For ghulam. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Oh, relief.
Good.
Thank God.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. All right.
Maybe it's not a good question. Why does the first sentence use walad and the next sentence uses ghulam?
Yeah, that's a good question. They could be used synonymously here, to be honest. But ghulam can also mean like young man. So it also could add that extra. I mean, we're translating it as a beautiful boy, and we're in our translation we actually use boy for both of them. But walad can also mean child, because I believe it can also apply to female girls. And ghulam can also include the meaning of like a young man. So it's just using different vocabulary here. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a difference. They're more synonymous. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you were to say what kind of Yusuf and waladan jamilan, it gets a little repetitive, right?
Yeah, like you don't repeat the same word in English too. You try to have a different.
Yeah. Well, it's
word.
funny because we're gonna see, we're gonna see ghulam again. I think young man might actually make more sense. If we said he was a young child, but he also was a beautiful young man. That could be a part of it. Or I mean, I believe he's in this stage where he's like growing into becoming like an adult, right? So he is a young man. Yeah, but it's a good question. I don't know. That's like asking the author why he chose the name, because it's going to be repeated in the next sentence. So my answer of repetition isn't very good. That's why I'm mentioning that. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we had Aziza. I believe it's your turn.
Okay. Wakana Yusufu Ghulaman Zakiyan.
Yeah.
So again, that's repeat of kana.
Good.
Yusufu will be the isim kana.
Awesome.
And Ghulam will be a khabar kana.
Okay,
and Zaki
awesome.
will be sifa again.
Awesome. Yeah, excellent. So now it's saying, go ahead.
The Yusuf is a Ghulaman young man, a young intelligent man.
Yeah. Yeah. Or we say an intelligent boy. Either works.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Yusra, would you like to take the next sentence?
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
وكان أبوه يعقوب يحبه أكثر من الجميع إخواته. وكان اسم أبوه اسم كبر.
Good. Ism kana. Good.
اسم كان.
Good.
And the 5 noun.
Good. Excellent. Yeah. Awesome. And so what's the sign for the rafa here?
The rafa?
Yeah.
It is Yusuf.
Those are signs. Yeah.
Oh.
What's the sign for because you said it's a 5 nouns, right? Abuhu as the ism kana is in the rafa case because it's the ism kana. What's the sign for it being in the rafa case?
Oh, dhamma. Okay.
It's not the dhamma, it's the wow, right?
Elongated.
Because the 5 noun takes the wow. Right? You remember that?
Correct.
Yeah, awesome. And then what kind of construct is abuhu as well?
Abuhu?
Yeah, what other kind of construct is this?
This comes always with idafa, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes with, it is an idafa. Good,
Idafa.
awesome, good, awesome. And what about Yaqub? So Yaqub is a badal, okay? It's like an ism, it's like a sifa, it's describing, you can replace Yaqub with the word abuhu, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going. Yuhibbuhu, what do we have here?
Yuhibbuhu is maf'ul bihi.
Okay. Maf'ul bihi. Okay. Now we have kana. So would this be a maf'ul bihi? Right?
With kana is idafa, isn't it?
Okay. So kana, what are the two parts of a sentence that has kana?
Isim kana and khabar kana.
Okay, good. We have an ism kana and a khabar kana. Good. So what would my khabar kana be?
Yaqub.
It would be, no, Yaqub is, what case is Yaqub in?
Yuhibbuhu.
Yeah, yuhibbuhu. Well, what kind of a construct is yuhibbuhu? What kind of construct is yuhibbuhu?
Present tense.
What kind of a word is it? Ism, fi'al, or a harf?
Ism.
Are you sure? Is yuhibbuhu an ism?
No.
Anyone else want to help? What kind of word is yuhibbuhu?
Present tense verb.
Yeah, good. It's a present tense verb. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's going to be a present tense verb. Good. Good. Yeah, it's in the mudari. Okay, good. And what's the ha?
Is it the form?
Ha will be maf'ul bihi.
Yeah, let's see if you give Yusra a shot, if that's okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, Yusra, what's the ha?
Ha.
Yeah. What's the ha in yuhibbuhu? We have yuhibbuhu. What's the role of the ha? What is the role of this ha grammatically?
I don't know that one.
So what kind of word is the ha? It's an attached pronoun, right?
Correct. Yes.
So an attached pronoun that comes after a verb is a maf'ul bihi.
Bihi, right.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so yuhibbuhu, though, the whole sentence, the entire jumla is a jumla fa'liya. And it's fi mahal nasib khabar kana. Okay? The entire sentence is a khabar kana. Okay? Awesome. Aktharu, this is actually a typo. It should be akthara. Okay? It's going to be akthara because it is going to be mansub. Okay? Kana abuhu yaquba yuhibbuhu akthara min. Okay, so there's a question like, what is this akthara? And the question is, this is also what we're seeing here, that it's also tamyiz. We saw tamyiz here, which is distinguishing. Akthara is also distinguishing the meaning of the verb yuhibbuhu. It's saying how much he loves something. So once again, we haven't learned this yet, okay? But akthara is like describing the amount. It's distinguishing how much love he gave to Yusuf. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have min. Akthara min means more than, right? We've learned about the yeah, exactly. It is comparative. Excellent, right? Good. And then so what happens with min jami'i ikhwatihi? What's happening here?
Oh, jami'i.
Yeah.
Jar majrur.
Good. It's jar majrur. Excellent. Yeah. Good. And what about jami'i ikhwatihi? What about that whole part?
Sifa?
It is not a sifa, because remember, sifa has to match in. Huh?
Not sifa.
No, what would it be? Because it's jami'i ikhwatihi. What comes after, right, is, what is this construct? One giant.
Bihi.
It's not a maf'ul bihi.
Yeah.
A maf'ul bihi would be in the nasib case. Do you see any fathas here?
No, kasra. Mudafa ilayhi.
Yeah, it's a three-part idafa. This is a three-part idafa. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and let's go back to, I think we're back at Ayesha Morgan. Hold on one second. It's gonna be the next sentence here. Yeah.
Three-part idafa, starting with Jami, ikhwatihi.
Okay, so we're at Dhata Laylatin. Do you see where we are?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm just trying to figure out the three-part idafa. Sorry.
Okay, so it's Jami'i ikhwatihi. Ikhwatihi is two parts, right?
Yeah,
Part one,
Yeah.
part two, part
that's
three.
that's what I thought. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so now we have Dhata Laylatin ra'a Yusufu ru'ya jinatan. Jinatan.
Good. Ajibatan.
Oh,
Yeah.
ajibatan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Ajibatan. So this is jumla fa'aliyah starting with that.
Okay, so is Dhata a fi'al?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
question.
that's, yeah. But look at the word after it. Dhata
That's a
Laylatin.
noun. Laylatin is a
Yeah, but what's this construct? Why would Laylatin have a kasratain?
because it's indefinite. Because I think this might be like an expression. Is that possible? Like
No.
where we had
Yeah, it is an expression. Good. Good.
Layla min Layla or something.
Yep. Yawmin min al-ayam, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of construct do you see here though? What are you seeing? When does a word ever end in tanween? It's only in two cases, right?
When it has to be indefinite.
Right. Well, when it's, sorry, I meant in the kasra, not the tanween. Yeah.
In the kasra.
Yeah.
When it's following a harf jar.
Okay. Or
When it is the don't wait for it.
mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf
Right?
ilayhi, thank you.
Okay. So which of those two situations do we have here?
Well, if it's I don't think it's mudaf ilayhi because these mudaf ilayhi is not indefinite. It's always definite.
So a mudaf ilayhi can be indefinite. We've seen that before. Yeah. It just, if it's it can be definite or indefinite. We could say, we can say something like, Baytu Rajulan. That's totally fine.
The men's house.
The house of a man.
Oh, the man's house.
Yeah, it's the house of a man. It's indefinite, not
Okay.
the man's house versus Baytu ar-Rajuli. Right? Both of those are possible.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we can have you can
So
have
is
a mudaf.
Is the mudaf an implied definite then?
It's definite because it's still restricting something. It's the house of a man, and that's still restricting in some sense. And so it's more definite than if you didn't have the idafa.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So conceptually, an idafa is always some type of definiteness. It's either extremely definite with al, or it can be a little bit less definite, but it's still definite. Because to define something, in Arabic, to give a had, to define something, it's like to give boundaries for something.
Yes.
So when even if it's indefinite, the word after it, it's still providing a sense of a boundary. It's the house of a man.
The moment it has possession.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to the house of a woman or the house of a older man or whatever you might have it, right? It could be a bunch of things.
So what is dhati? Dhata.
Yeah, dhata is like dhu. It's a version of dhu with a feminine.
Dhu.
Yeah, so what word is dhu? It's one of our 5 nouns, right?
Oh, it sure is.
So
yes.
dhu and dhata is the feminine version. So it means to possess. So it's like saying one night.
Okay.
Dhata laylatin. And because layla is it's a noun of time. And so the dhata takes the fatha because it's qualifying a noun of time, and nouns of time and place are something that we're going to see later on. They're going to be in the nasab case as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something we'll learn later.
So that's a Laylatin, 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 is a idafa.
Yeah, good.
Interesting.
You're right.
Very interesting. Okay, thank you for everyone's patience. And then we have past tense, ra'a, saw, and the jumla ismiya at this point starts. Is that right?
Say that one more time.
Is that now we begin a jumla ismiya?
Okay, it's
I
ra'a.
mean, sorry, jumla fa'liya.
Yeah,
but-
good.
Yeah, because we're starting with a verb here, and then
Yeah.
it's followed by a noun
Good.
in the Rafa case,
Mhm.
which is Yusufu, as the fa'il.
Mhm.
So he saw
Mhm. Good.
ru'ya, a dream,
Good.
and
What's the ru'ya grammatically?
it is the maf'ul bihi,
Awesome.
and that would put it in the nasib case.
Good.
I guess you can tell that because it ends in an aleph. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a good one. And then ajibatan, dream. Oh, that's the vocabulary astonishing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
that is serving as a sifa to yeah,
Good. Yeah.
and it is oh, I see you've put a fetatain on that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna take a fatatain though. I think it just looks that way. The word just looks that way.
Okay,
Yeah, it just does.
but the sifa takes the fetatain because it's implied as indefinite in
Yeah. It's indefinite. Yeah, ru'ya is indefinite because it doesn't have al, right?
Right, but it has to agree with its noun.
Yeah.
with its
Yep.
isim.
And ru'ya is considered feminine here. Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Oh, it is feminine.
Mhm.
Ru'ya. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and take Roxana. Can you give us the next sentence, please?
Ahada shara kokaban.
Mm-hmm.
He ra the verb
Mm-hmm.
fail.
Good. What kind of fi'al?
Not sure which form.
Okay,
It
therefore
must be,
ra'a
it must be form 1.
it is, yeah, but is it madi, mudari, or amr?
Madi.
Awesome.
Ahada ashara
Mm-hmm.
is the number 11.
Good. What case would you say this is? Even though we know it's mabni on the fathas, right? What case would this be in?
It looks like mansub.
Good. It is in the nasab case, right? Remember, the nasab case is not because it has a fathas though, right?
Okay.
It's not because it has the fathas. As we said earlier, ahada ashara is a special number that is mabni. So it will always
Mabni.
have
Okay,
the
it will never
fathas.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is in the nasab case. Here it is particularly, but why? Why would it grammatically be in the nasab case here?
Okay.
What would
Because
be the
it's
reason?
mabni. It's unchangeable.
So
Is
it's
that what-
okay. So remember, the fatha is not a sign for the nasab case here. Okay.
Okay.
The fatha is mabni. It's fixed. It will never
Yeah.
change on the word ahada ashara. Okay. It's
Okay.
never going to change. But the
It's like a
word,
name.
yeah, the word itself is in the nasab case, not because of the fatha. The fatha has nothing to do with it being in the nasab case. Why? Because earlier here in ahada, this is rafa, and the fathas are still there, right? But it's rafa. Okay, it's the isim kana. The isim kana is always rafa. Here,
Okay.
the isim, this is not an isim kana anymore. We don't have an isim. What is it grammatically in relation to the other words in the sentence? What do we have before ahada ashara?
Ra, which is a verb. A
Good.
fail,
Okay, good.
and
So,
following the fail.
right, what would that be?
Mm.
What does ra'a mean?
Ra'a means he saw.
Right, good, excellent. And so what did he see?
Okay, so 11
Right,
stars
good. So what would 11 be in relation to the verb to see?
to see. It's the maf'ul bihi.
Exactly, it's a maf'ul bihi here. So, but the reason why I'm highlighting the fathas is to say, listen, the fathas are not why we say nasab. It's not always nasab by default of the fathas. For this word specifically, for the word ahada ashra specifically. And that's just because ahada ashra is mabni. It will always have those fathas, always, always, always. It's just a matter of, will we be able to, it's a matter of,
So
yeah.
maf'ul bihi has to be nasab. So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah. But the sign for the nasab case, we don't see it because the fatha here
Right.
is mabni. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And kawkaban is also, once again, because it's following a noun and it's clarifying the number, it's also, again, what we call tamyiz. So we haven't learned this yet. Just like akhan was tamyiz and aktharu was tamyiz. These are tamyiz. Kawkaban is also what we call tamyiz. So it's qualifying. What about the number? Stars. We're talking about stars here. So that's what's important. Yeah, tamyiz, okay? Same thing with akthara. Okay, so you got a difficult one. But ahada ashara is just one of those words that you eventually just like memorize it. And so that's why we're just highlighting it. We're going to keep seeing it because it's going to show up in the Quran as well. This word, the ahada ashara, will actually show up in the Quran. I believe we should see the verse. Yeah, we'll see the verse in a little bit, inshallah. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Ra will be, then the file will be huwa.
Yeah, the file is huwa, good. And who would it go back to?
Yusuf.
Exactly.
Yusuf.
Contextually, excellent. Right. It's going to go back to Yusuf. Awesome. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Wara'a shamsa wal qamara. Okay. Let's go ahead and give someone Aziza, right? It's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll give you this next sentence.
Bara'a shamsa wal qamara kullu yasjudu lahu. So why is the harf ataf? Bara'a is same like past tense verb.
Good. Awesome.
Shamsa will be then maf'ul bihi.
Awesome. Good.
Wal qamara will be like tamiz.
No, it's wa.
No.
Right. It's ataf on shams.
Oh, it's ataf.
Right. And think about it. He saw the sun and the moon.
Maf'ul bihi.
Yeah, exactly. And really, qamara is ma'tuf on shams. Yeah.
Ma'tuf on shams. Yeah, ma'tuf.
Yeah. Okay,
Then,
awesome. Now we have a new sentence, actually. Yeah. Kullun.
Yeah. Kullun yasjudu lahu.
Yeah.
Kullun is all.
Yeah, it is all. Good. And we have a new sentence here. So what kind of sentence would
Yeah.
this be? What do you think?
Is it ism?
It is. Yeah. So this is jumla ismiya. Good.
Jumla
Kullun Kullun's actually our mubtada. Awesome.
Yeah, mubtada, and then yasjudu. Yasjudu lahu. Yasjudu is then khabar. Yasjudu lahu.
Yeah. Good. It's what kind of okay? It is the khabar, right? But what kind of word
It is a
yasjudu?
mudari.
Good. Mudari, fi'al mudari. Awesome.
Fi'al mudari.
What form is it?
Fi'al mudari. It is huwa.
What form is it? Not where's the fa'il? What's the form? But yeah, you're right. The fa'il is huwa. Good. But what form is it?
Wasjudu.
Is it form 1, 2, 3?
Let me see. I think it is. Let me see.
Remember, if we can't see a clear form number, usually it's gonna be form 1, right?
Yeah.
So do you see form 2 or 3 or 4 or 5?
No,
or 6?
No.
Yeah.
1.
Good.
It is a form.
Yeah.
1.
So the default is form 1. If we don't notice any other forms,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you don't notice anything between forms 2 and 10, and those patterns we memorize, right? Fa'ala yufa'ilu, fa'ala yufa'ilu, af'ala yuf'ilu. تفعل يتفعل. If you don't notice the pattern, then usually you can safely assume that it's going to be form 1. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. And then what about lahu?
Lahu is jar majrur. Huh?
Yeah. Awesome. Good. And so now it's saying, and he saw the sun and the
Yeah,
moon.
he saw the.
All of them are.
Yeah.
So
He saw the.
Mhm.
Like from the
But it's so
before
beautiful.
he saw
Quran.
all the stars, and he also saw the sun.
He saw 11 stars, not all of them, but just
Yeah,
11.
11 stars,
Yeah.
and he saw the what is this, sun and the moon, and they all was doing like sujud to him, like
Good.
Yusuf.
Yeah. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let's take Yusuf for this next sentence.
Okay, which one it was?
تعجب. Yep.
تعجب يوسف
الصغير.
الصغير كثيرا. تعجب مضارع.
Okay, let's try that again. It's actually not مضارع. It's a different form, but it's not مضارع. Yeah, so it's actually not مضارع. If it's not مضارع, what would you guess it is? If you usually, there's a clue, and that's if you see a lot of fathas, like fatah, 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 and you don't really see any suffixes, you can guess that it's going to be madi.
Madi.
Yeah, so this is actually madi.
Why we have ta?
The ta is because it's form. What form? It's dependent on the form.
The form, okay.
Yeah, so what form would you say this is? There are 2 forms that start with ta. Do you know what those are?
That's form 4? No.
Form 4 starts with the alif or a hamza.
I think 5 and 6.
Yeah, excellent. 5 and 6. Good. So which form would this be? Is this form 5 or is this form 6?
I think 5.
Good. You're right. It's form 5. So this is a form 5.
Shadda.
Yeah, exactly. It's a form 5 madi verb. Awesome.
Okay.
Good. Good. That's what we're seeing. It's form 5 madi. Awesome. Okay. And what about Yusufu? What's happening here?
This is fa'al, and this one is fa'al.
Good. Yusuf is a fa'il. Awesome. Excellent. Good. What is as-saghiru? What do you think as-saghiru is?
Saghiru is small.
What's that?
Saghiru means small.
Yeah, good. But what is it grammatically? Why is this also in the rafa case? Why does it also have a dhamma? What's its relationship to the word that came before it?
Saghiru. Yusuf Saghiru Kasira. With the kawkab?
Not exactly. So Saghiru is actually a sifa for Yusuf. Because Saghiru is definite, right? And Yusuf is a name, so it's definite. They're both in the rafa case. And then if we also keep looking, right? As-saghiru is in the rafa case. They're both definite. They're both singular, right? As-saghiru is singular and Yusuf is one person. And the last one is they're both masculine, right? Yusuf as-saghiru. And so this is actually a sifa. So we're saying it's like saying Yusuf the little. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and what kathiran is something we haven't learned yet. It's something that I don't even want to talk about because we'll learn about a part of it in level 3A, and then you really learn about what kathiran is in level 4. And it's a special type of mansub. It's like it's emphasizing something that is not completely related to the verb. Okay, and so that probably sounds very strange right now. So don't worry about it. But whenever you see kathiran, like a lot or many or much, it's going to be in the nasib case. Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to know that, but yeah, great job. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to Ayesha Morgan.
Okay. But kathiran, we hear it all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's
I don't want to give you the term because you guys, I'm afraid I've already given so many new terms.
new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
For,
so
you know, when we're at level 12, maybe, right? Okay.
yeah, but just know it's something different and you'll eventually cover it.
Yeah.
But it's a type of emphasis. That's why it's in the nasab case, because it's a special type of emphasis. That's maybe the simplest I think I can explain it. Yeah.
Okay, so وَمَا فَهِمَ هَذِهِ الرُّؤْيَا.
Good.
So he did not understand this dream.
Okay, good. Let's break it down grammatically. That's good.
So
That's a good
wa,
translation.
starting with the ataf, and then ma as a negation.
Awesome. Yeah, good.
To the past tense verb fahima.
Mhm.
Um,
Good.
with
What form is it?
It is form 1,
Awesome.
and the hua is implied and
Great.
relates back to Yusuf.
Good. Excellent.
And then hadihi is a fixed pronoun, fixed
It's a demonstrative pronoun. And it is
demonstrative
fixed. Good.
pronoun, right? And so however it ends is how it ends, and it doesn't
Good.
have anything to do with it being the maf'ul bihi.
Awesome. Yeah, great. And then why is it hadihi ru'ya? What's ru'ya's relationship to hadihi? What kind of relationship do they have?
They are idafa.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. I think it's mausuf. I think
Good. It's like the mausuf, sifil mausuf, but we're going to learn this later. I think we learned this in level 4 as well, like the beginning of level 4. It's called badal, where you can basically replace the word after hadihi for hadihi.
you have used that term a lot over the last few weeks, and badal is also a term in tajweed.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to think back to that.
Yeah, I'll send you. What I
Okay,
mean about
it's
it.
literally substitution.
Yeah, so that may be the same idea.
Yeah.
I think that's
So-
a tough deal. But I think that's something else. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. I have to look back to my tajweed notes, but I haven't come across badal in tajweed.
So hadihi is really the maf'ul bihi, and
Yeah.
then the badal is describing what hadihi is.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome, good. And so basically I can say وَمَا فَهِمَ هَذِهِ الرُّؤْيَا, or I can say وَمَا فَهِمَ الرُّؤْيَا. It's almost the same, right? The difference is you're qualifying it at this dream because it's going back to our context, right?
Or yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
It's just a
Yeah.
subtlety of expression.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Roxana, let's go ahead and take the next sentence. كيف تسجد الكواكب والشمس والقمر للرجل لرجل, excuse me.
كيف is how?
Yeah, good. It's a word of questioning. Good.
Okay.
Good. Go for a
Tasjudu is sajada. Tasjudu. So it's a feminine
Okay, good.
form of it's a verb.
Good. What kind of
But I
verb?
don't know, the form is probably again form 1.
Good. Yeah. Excellent.
Al-kawakibu.
Good.
So that's the fire, and it's a broken
Awesome.
plural,
Good. Awesome.
and the harf ataf.
Good.
So that's the matuf, shams,
Good. Good.
wal qamar.
Good.
So it's 3-part.
Good. It's also matuf. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good job.
Kamaru li rajulin. So that I can't remember what makes it majroor. Li makes it
Good.
majroor.
Good.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Excellent. Good. Now the question is, why is tasjudu being conjugated for hiya? Why do you
Because
think-
it's a non-human plural.
Yeah, excellent. Good job. That's wonderful. Yeah. So Yusuf now was questioning himself. How could the stars and the sun and the moon make sujood to a man? He's like bewildered by this dream. How is this something that's even possible? So he doesn't understand how to interpret it, right? So what does he do? Let's go to Aziza. I believe it's Aziza's turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
ذهب يوسف الصغير إلى أبيه يعقوب وحكى له هذه الرؤيا
Okay.
العجيبة.
Okay, you're gonna take the whole sentence, aren't you? We'll give it to you.
I didn't know. I thought I have to do whole.
That's okay. Go
ذهب-
ahead. Let's see how you
ذهب
do.
is the past tense word.
Good. What form?
One.
Excellent.
And Yusuf is fa'il.
Good. What's Saghiru?
Al-Saghiru, what you said before.
What did I
Sifa.
say? Good. Yeah, that's awesome.
I missed that. Could you repeat that, please? What is this? A sagiru?
Sifa.
Yeah. It's a sifa for Yusuf
Okay.
because they're
Yeah,
both
sifa for
matching
Yusuf.
in gender,
Matching.
end case, definiteness, indefiniteness, and then
Mm.
also number.
Mhm.
Yeah, good. Okay, ila abihi, what's here?
Ila is the her.
Good. What's abihi?
Abihi the ism majrur.
Good. That's a majur. What kind of construct is abihi?
It will be mudaf ilayhi.
Good. It's an idafa. Good. Where so the
Idafa,
mudaf is abi, right? What's the sign
Yeah,
for the jud case?
He.
It's
ya.
yeah, right?
Kasra.
It's the yeah.
No, the
Yeah,
ya.
ila,
Why-
ila,
why
ila,
is it-
yeah, sorry.
Good. Why is it the yeah? Why
Yeah,
is it the yeah? Why? Why is it the yeah?
because it is the 5 now that have
Good.
the,
Excellent. In the jud case, it takes a yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Yaquba. What role is this?
Yeah, Akuba will be maful bihi.
Awesome. Yeah. Yusuf goes to Yaqub.
Yeah,
Good.
to his father.
Actually, here,
Yaqub.
that's not what's going on here. Sorry.
Is it brother?
Yaqub. Yeah, thank you. That's what it is. It's badal. What does that mean? Because Yaqub is in what case? If it's
It's,
badal, it's also in the
uh,
case of Abi, right? Which is
Yeah.
what? What case is that? Going
It
to
is
be
the
going to be Jud.
jar.
But why does
Yeah.
it take a fatha?
Yeah, because of the foreign name.
Yeah, it's a foreign name. So even though it's in the Jud case, it's gonna take a fatha. Yeah. Awesome. Excellent. Good. وَحَكَى لَهُ هَذِهِ الرُّؤْيَا الْعَجِيبَةَ. Let's go ahead and finish.
Wahaka is to narrate, I think. Huh?
Yeah, good. That's right. Or to tell, to
Yeah.
narrate. Yeah.
To tell or name.
Mhm.
Lahu is again the jar majroor thing.
Yep.
And hazihi arroya. Hazihi will be the maful bihi.
Good. Yep.
Yeah.
So you said Haka's Madi, what form is it?
It's past.
Good. It's past. Good. And what form is
One.
it? Good.
Form one.
هذه is the maf'ul bihi. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And al-ru'ya is al-ru'ya.
Mhm.
Al-ru'ya will be badal.
Good.
And al-ajibati, ajibata, it will be the sifa
For which word?
about the ru'ya.
Good. It's for ru'ya. Good. It's describing the
Yeah.
ru'ya, right? Awesome. Because we have badal and we have a sifa wa mawsuf. Awesome. And then what's happening with lahu? I don't know, remember if you mentioned that.
Lahu, I say jar majroor.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, good. Excellent. Good. So what does Yusuf do then? He goes to his
Yeah, his father.
little
Rab
Yusuf.
Yusuf to Saghir, like the young Yusuf went to his father, Yaqub,
Mhm.
and narrated him about his dream.
Yeah, good. He narrates
It is,
to him. Yeah.
narrate to him. The ajiba will be like astonished.
Yeah, astonished. It can also just be strange. That's also possible.
Strange is
Yeah.
better.
Well, astonishing here, it also works. Yeah, well, that's what we have in our translation. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving through this. So as you all can tell, we'll just go ahead and make a pause. These sections are much longer, right?
Yeah, they are much long.
So we may have to move some things around because we either might want to spend more time on these because I think starting either this week or next week, not this week, but next week we'll probably have to move to Thursdays. And I can't do Wednesdays because I'm teaching on Wednesdays and it's challenging, but
Can we do Monday?
So Mondays are also challenging because I commute on those 2 days of the week and I won't be home until way after it'll be late on the East Coast.
Okay.
Can we do
Yeah.
this one in our, like we did now? But when we doing the lesson, probably we will be not able to complete full.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is
the
I
rest
want,
of the thing we can do that in our lesson.
yeah, I'd like us to complete the whole thing before though.
Yeah.
That's what I think would be really good.
Yeah.
What I might do is I might because we can meet twice a week, but that might be challenging. And I think the 1 hour limit is probably a good place to pause. But I can always just do a recording of the next part. So you guys have the information. So if anyone wants to watch the rest of it, they can watch the rest of it.
And
Yeah,
how
that-
about Friday? Does Friday work for you, Ustadha?
Friday,
So
for me, it's not working.
okay. Yeah,
I have a
Fridays.
Quran.
Yeah. Fridays can work for me. I
Okay.
can make Fridays work. The only thing is they can't be too late in the evening. So like I can do Fridays. I could do Fridays at the same time. So I know like maybe starting next week or the week after, we're going to move to Thursdays at 5:30. It'll be at the same time. But starting
Thursday, 5:30 we will do.
yeah, not maybe next week or the week after. I'll let you know.